the fuck is up, little cummers? It's Composting back at it again. The world's most studious podcast.
Studied. We're studied. We're like
We're the world's most studied podcast.
Yeah, we're like a bunch of cum in a petri disc under a microscope.
And I'm
where
here
we talk
today.
about movies.
And I'm here today with my non-bonery co-host, Joku.
Boing boing, as the non-boneries say.
And today we are joined by anarchist YouTuber Luxander.
Hello. I am also here. Thank you for having me.
But it's our pleasure. How's it going?
It's going pretty good. I love being introduced as an anarchist YouTuber. Because I'm, as you may know, being on the internet as a trans person, you're so often kind of pigeonholed into that. So for me to be recognized for my political prowess outside of my transgenderism is super great.
No, I recognized you as that. It felt slimy coming out of my mouth, you know? I'm kidding. Joku's also an anarchist.
Mm-hmm. It's a new thing for me. I've been sliding that direction for a while, so fun.
What were you before?
You know, I've kind of run the gamut of, am I technically a socialist? I don't know. All these labels are complicated. Maybe I should just call myself a leftist. Am I technically a communist? I don't know. And then more recently, honestly, a lot of the influence was philosophy tube videos.
Yeah.
About, particularly her video about violence and about how the state kind of absorbs the violence into itself and defines violence and stuff. And I was like, damn, I think I'm an anarchist now. Anarchist pilled.
You got anarchist pilled by a Marxist.
Yeah, I did.
So we failed. God damn it. We failed. It's over. It's never been more over than it is right now.
Yeah. Tragic.
But yeah, I mean, if you're on this, let me think. I'm trying to think. Have we had the only non-queer guests that we've had on were Dan Schneider and Wack Nicholson.
Mm-hmm. They're queer by association now.
Yeah.
Well, Wack's an ally.
What? I don't know if Dan Schneider is an ally or not. It's hard to tell. I think he is. No, I think
he referred to us both as women, so.
Yeah. No, Dan Schneider's right.
If I'm passing for Dan Schneider, then I'm passing for everyone. That's my motto now.
Can you play a clap sound effect for Dan Schneider? Thank you. We watched the 1975 Sidney Lumet film, Dog Day Afternoon. It was Joku's pick, starring Al Pacino. Why I almost say
Pacino.
Al Pacino. Al Pacino.
Pistachio.
Like Dunka.
Yeah, that's like a dessert.
Like Dunkachino.
Dunkaroos.
I mean, we made it. How far was that? We made it 4 minutes in before I made a Dunkachino joke, so it's going well.
New world record.
Yeah. Would you like to tell us a little bit about this movie, Joku?
It's a bank heist that kind of goes horribly wrong in the funniest ways.
Yeah.
And it's just Al Pacino giving such a fun performance.
Yeah. It is a comedically blunderous romp through I think it's early 70s, late 60s New York City bank heist where
It's 73
bank heist where Al Pacino plays a fictionalized version of the real bank robber, Sonny what? Sonny
V2.
Sonny V2.
The YouTuber, the transphobic YouTuber.
Yeah, because he became transphobic after this bank heist went wrong. Because he actually had a transsexual wife the whole time. Yeah, it's just a fun comedic thriller with the constant comedic tension between pointing guns at people and then like being very motherly towards your hostages in a fine way. The Al Pacino casting couldn't have been more perfect. He's fantastic in this film.
I think it's the only film I've seen with Al Pacino in it.
You've never seen Rocky or Godfather?
No.
What movies have you seen?
I've seen lots of Marvel movies and The Princess Bride and the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Those are like 40
It's
movies.
not the Patreon. I can't call you the fucking F slur. God damn.
No.
I need to walk off my seat.
That's okay. I would like it anyway.
I want to say even more. What? That's getting bleeped out, buddy.
Yeah, no, but still.
I guess
We know it. We know it.
Yeah, just don't say it too much, because each time you say it's like I don't know,
Here.
30 seconds of work.
Fa- it.
Wow, that's just gonna be replaced with like some nice lounge jazz.
Just make it really low volume. If you listen hard enough, you'll
Behind
just
the
hear.
music. Yeah.
Uh,
But,
I know, I'm uncultured swine.
having never watched a real movie, what did you think about this one?
It was really interesting. I feel like I like that it's like based on a real event of like a dude robbing a bank for his transsexual girlfriend. It's pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
And yeah, I did find it much more funny than I was anticipating. There is like this, I guess it's like because, we've got like Sonny, who's the guy who has all the lines in the movie, who's like, yeah, acting very weirdly motherly toward the hostages. And then there's Sal, who's like clearly just on the edge the entire movie. Like
Yeah.
just one little thing goes wrong and Sal's like, I'm going to shoot myself
Yeah.
and everybody around me.
John Cazale, he just does a fantastic job playing fucking crazy people, you know?
He succeeds.
Yeah, fucking brilliant actors, the two of them.
I think even the side actors did pretty good too. Like, I mean, obviously, it's a movie from the 70s, so all those people are like old now, and are no longer in movies or whatever. But yeah, I mean,
it's a movie from the 70s, so they're old
They're
now.
all
So
dead now.
obviously, fuck those people. They're
what do you?
old.
Carol Kane is in this movie, and she literally had a movie come out this year. What are you talking about? Al Pacino was in a movie in 2019 and 2023.
I love rewatching dumb shit. I can't even tell you how many times I have watched House of the Dragon, and there's 18 episodes, and I've watched all of them at least like 6 times.
Would you say that you're
I'm
on
highly
the
autistic.
autism spectrum?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm very autistic. It's so hard to get me to watch something new. I have to be bullied into it for a podcast, or I won't do it.
Yeah. I was actually looking back on my childhood. I think I might have a little bit of autism.
Only a little bit.
I was convinced I wasn't autistic. But then I thought that my special interest was vexillology. Throughout my entire childhood, I got genuinely angry when NATO did a coup in Libya in 2011 because they got rid of my favorite flag, which was just the plain green Libyan flag. The Gaddafi third worldist Mussoliniism flag, which I really fucked with as a third world Mussoliniist. Then they got rid of that and replaced it with some like Islam shit, and I got pissed off.
Rosa, I don't care about that. What did you think of the midget Joe Biden I sent in chat?
You said midget Joe Biden?
The one where we watched the movie.
Yo, yo, that looks sick. Yo, that looks so real, bro.
Very
Just
normal
Joe
facial
Biden.
expressions.
Just midget Joe Biden. It's so fun.
Can you put a picture of midget Apple up on screen?
Dude, I think Joe Biden, like, figures with really big heads are the funniest thing.
Oh, happy 9/11, everyone, by the way.
We're recording this on 9/11.
Yep.
Happy Twin Towers Day. And
Joe Biden.
you know why I picked this movie? So there was one frame where you could see the Twin Towers.
Joe Biden said last night on the TV before the debate, he said, quote, tomorrow I'm gonna do 9/11. So get excited, America, because something big is coming.
There's still time. At
Yeah.
time of recording, there's still time.
Freedom
couldn't even-
Tower Part 2.
We couldn't even tweet out any of the good 9/11 jokes that we had lined up because I got banned from Twitter for saying it was, quote, castrate all men fall.
Mhm.
The second time our Twitter has been banned by you.
The first time we're not going to talk about it, but
Yeah.
yeah. Ooh,
Jeez.
First one
Not-
was deserved. Second one was still not deserved, but it was still your fault. So
Yeah,
you
first
you
one-
tweeted it.
First one was completely reasonable.
Yeah, I don't know why you tweeted that.
I was high.
Oh, you were high?
We were together, remember?
No, I don't.
You were sleeping on my floor.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
You don't remember that part of the crackhead era?
No, I don't remember that.
Oh. I could have just imagined you then.
Yeah.
Well,
We gotta be really high for that.
yeah, it looked.
Yeah, you gotta be really high for what you tweeted.
It was the crackhead era. We were both kind of going through it, you know?
Uh-huh.
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah. But, yeah, what was your favorite part of this movie? We'll go around the circle starting with Luxander. What was your favorite part of the movie?
My favorite part of the movie was, I found it really amusing when we would have these like very serious scenes and then they would cut to a little time jump to like all the women. There's like 8 women or something who are working in this bank, which first of all, why do you have that many employees? Second of all, they would just be like dancing or like eating or watching TV or something. And I think those were some of my favorite scenes just because of I didn't really expect this movie to be funny. I was like, okay, it's a bank heist movie. And older movies, like I just rewatched Alien recently. And so I have seen some movies that are classic. But so many of them are really slow paced. And I did feel that with this movie where there were just some points of it where I was like, okay, you've kind of let me go a little bit too much. You need to draw me back in somehow.
Yeah, they
And
need
those
an
scenes
action
definitely.
CGI fight scene.
Yes, exactly.
Every 30 minutes.
Oh.
Army of CGI monsters at the end.
Al Pacino turns to the camera. He says, "He's right behind me, isn't he?"
Yeah. Classic Joss Whedon humor. I was missing it so much because I
Oh,
love Joss
dude.
Whedon. No, I don't.
I love this Whedon.
420 blaze it.
Yeah, put up a Snoop Dogg doing the smoke weed
No,
every day.
wait. Can you put up the hazy effect from like hazy K whatever the fuck that
Hazy
channel?
KCTV.
Yeah, can you put up that haze effect?
Oh, yo, shout out Hazy KZTV. We talked shit on you, and you're like, nah, that's cool. He's the most competent motherfucker I've ever met. I love you, Hazy KZTV. What was your favorite scene, Joku?
I'm gonna deflect and ask you yours, because I want you to go. I want you to
Okay.
say your I don't know.
My favorite scene is the end scene where they're negotiating with the FBI and the police and the NYPD throughout this movie, to get a jet out of there to Algeria or another similar country that doesn't have a
It doesn't speak fucking French.
Tabarnak, ta mère c'est une pute, ta père c'est une bâtard, c'est comme mon bitier. Pute.
It's been too long since I took French. I don't know what you said. I'm sure it was scathing and full of slurs.
It wasn't full of any slurs. It was
No, it was full
it
of
was just
slurs.
mean.
You said it very angrily.
That's true.
Therefore, you were saying like so many slurs.
Bleep it all out.
That is true. But
Well, yeah, because French is an ugly language.
are we done? Are we done?
That one
We'll
got
see.
nervous.
I thought we already did the BRG episode. I thought I put up enough abuse for it. At least he had an excuse. You have no excuse, you Jew.
Takes
Anyway,
one to know one.
yeah, it does take one to know one.
I just like hating on French, and I knew it would get under your
Those
skin.
prick. You know what gets under my skin? Heroin needle. Put up a picture of two homeless guys in a needle fight on screen. Don't do that. Don't
AI
don't-
coming in clutch for that.
AI coming in clutch. Two homeless guys in a syringe fight. Fencing with syringes. New Olympic sport. My favorite scene was, so they were negotiating with the FBI and NYPD to get a plane ride out of the country to a country that doesn't like export U.S. I don't know the term for it. U.S. felons. What's the term for
They don't extradite
extradition?
foreign criminals. Yeah.
Yes, a country without a U.S. extradition treaty. They potentially Algeria, but that gets betrayed, and Sal, his right-hand man, is shot by the FBI, and Al Pacino gets arrested. That's my favorite scene because it all happens so quick, and it's a very well choreographed sequence.
Mhm.
How about you, Joku?
I liked when Al Pacino pulled the gun out of the box. It was really funny.
Yeah. Classic.
you could tell that they didn't give him much direction as to how to get the gun out of this.
I feel like they gave him a lot of direction with the fact that it's showing how sloppy he is.
Hmm.
That's true, but it really did feel like they did do a great job conveying that he didn't think that part through, the character.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ribbon of the box gets like wrapped around part of the gun, and yeah, it's very sudden. Like I think a lot of movies that have a bank heist in them, I was really coming into it expecting a planning scene where they're like talking about it beforehand, but they just walk into this bank and then just like boom, there's this like brief burst of action, and he like is trying to get this gun out. And it's funny too because it kind of sets the tone for how he's not very serious. Like he's the guy that they can negotiate with. He's the guy that they can that these hostages, like, that they feel permissive with him enough for the lead cashier lady to be like, "Excuse me, I need to use the bathroom." And you're like,
Yeah.
"Girl, this is I'm holding you hostage. What are you fucking doing trying to get me to let you go to the bathroom right now?"
Yeah.
And the whole tone is set, I think, by that gun removal from the present box.
I like how they just brought a child with them, and the child pussies out in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, like this
That's
18-year-old.
His motivations being revealed throughout the entire movie, being a sex change operation, is fucking hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not about that woke anti-comedy bullshit. That was funny. Fuck the left. Right, Luxandra? That's what you were saying before this call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm notorious for trashing the left and saying
Yeah.
fuck the left.
Fuck,
And also
this is
fuck
why I love the
transsexuals,
left.
I guess.
Welcome back to the TYT movie review podcast.
Yeah, and it's cool, like, in the context of it, if you're looking back, this movie came out in 1975. Uh, the actual bank heist happened in, like, 73 or whatever. Um, this was a time where it was very extremely stigmatized. Like, all of us who were born like, I was born in the 90s at the tail end of you're all hush hush about AIDS and everything, and we avoid gay people, but we don't really talk about why. But in the 70s, we're like kind of actively in the midst of. I think in this mid 70s, we're like early in the AIDS epidemic, or right around there.
And we still have sodomy laws back then, right?
Yeah. So yeah, for it to be as unstigmatized as it is in this movie. You got the one police officer who's like, Lamau, he's a queer. But I feel like it's fairly neutral.
This movie's fairly anti-gay. I mean, pro-gay and anti-cop.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Like, they bring up Attica, and they, yeah, I thought it was like as fucking pro-gay as it could possibly get. Like, having a gay lead, and it's not really played for laughs, like his Al Pacino talking to his transgender boy wife on the phone it's played for laughs at first, but it's like towards the end of the conversation you can tell that they're intentionally trying to make both the trans person and Al Pacino, who is described as like gay in this movie, as sympathetic characters, which I think was really cool.
And I will correct myself, the AIDS epidemic didn't really kick in full gear until the 80s.
Yes,
So this would have been like just
Reagan.
before that.
Ronald Reagan invented AIDS to keep the gay man down.
It's true.
Yeah.
I guess HIV would have been circulating at this point, but it takes like 10 years before you start to have like the serious degenerative impact of the actual immune deficiency.
That's what they're saying in that one. Who's Chet Hanks's dad again?
Tom Hanks.
Yeah, that one Tom Hanks movie where he's like, "I have AIDS." I like that movie. We watched
You
that.
couldn't remember Tom Hanks?
I couldn't.
Like, you remembered Chet Hanks
Well,
before Tom
what
Hanks.
the fuck?
Chet Hanks is a fucking legend. Black Lives Matter.
But anyway, you watched Forrest Gump, and it was revolutionary.
No, I was saying there's that one Tom Hanks movie where he has AIDS.
Oh, Big. You
Is
were
that-
watching Big.
Oh.
We watched that in my high school business class.
Big?
Yeah, I don't know what it had to do with business.
Teacher had a hangover that day.
Because he works at a toy firm, and childish ideas over corporate ideas.
It was a business law class. And I don't know what it had to do with business or law.
Did you like the fact that a woman was falling in love with a 12-year-old boy inside of a big Tom Hanks? Do you like that? That's great, right? What's going on, Big? Big's a weird movie.
Big is a weird movie.
I was
Luckily, we're
watching.
not
I was
talking
watching
about
it. I was
I don't
watching
think
it, and
That's not the movie where Tom Hanks gets AIDS, by the way.
I thought she gave him AIDS.
No, Tom Hanks. No, it's a serious movie where Tom Hanks.
I
gets
know. I'm just fucking joking around.
AIDS. I'm so confused. Welcome back to the Bald Podcast.
Are you thinking of Philadelphia?
Philadelphia. Yeah. You're like our Jamie.
I'm just
Joe
Google. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck we're talking about. Let me
You're
Google
like
this.
Jamie from Joe Rogan.
Yeah, I have to make myself seem more cultured and less stupid.
True. You shouldn't have said that you Googled it. You should have just said, "Oh, that's off the top of the dome."
I'm just gonna claim that. Yeah, no, you're right. Edit it out.
Because I don't know shit either. I
Wait.
Googled shit.
Is that a dragon chair that you're sitting in?
Yeah, it is. My dragon chair.
Can I
I'm
see
the
it?
dragon.
Well, that's sick.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And my
Anyway.
stream like it around the edge of my screen and everything. There's like a dragon eye looking over the chat.
Are
and
you a
there's, like,
scaly?
kind of, yeah.
Cool.
In the most casual way possible, yeah.
What would it be if my like persona is a puffer fish? What is that?
There's a word for that, and I can't remember what it is.
Fish fucker.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Generally,
my-
you can just say furry, and that technically
I'm
encompasses
not.
all of
It's
them.
my. I'm not. I don't have a fish persona.
You're denying the allegations.
I'm denying the allegations. My I have a friend of a friend who works in ER, and a guy came in wearing a trench coat with a cod on his penis.
Very
I
exciting
have a
day.
friend of a friend in the industry who's a furry. That's what I thought you were gonna say.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The mouths. I've just recently gone fishing for the first time in like 20 years, and I'm like, the mouths, they're so rigid, and I can't
I thought you were
imagine.
gonna say they're so fuckable.
No,
I
I'm
did too.
saying
I
the
thought you were
opposite.
going down there.
I
You'd be like,
cannot
yeah,
imagine.
I get it. Oh,
I can't
Dude, I
imagine that
get
being
why-
a good time.
Dude, I get why people use that shit like a fleshlight.
Oh
That's
yeah.
what I thought you were gonna. Oh yeah, Vector.
Vector fucking the fish.
A Vector would fuck a fish though.
Vector would fuck a fish.
That's why he's
Would
got
you-
that piranha gun.
Would you say you're like Vector, Luxander?
You are wearing orange right now.
You are wearing
Is this
orange.
an Overwatch reference?
No, it's a Despicable
What?
Me 1
Oh,
reference.
okay. I have.
I
seen the
feel like
first
it would
movie.
be cultured in that regard.
I've seen the
yeah.
first one, but it was like a long time ago. They just kept making more of those movies, and I cannot summon
Good.
myself to care about them.
Good. Finally, real French cinema.
Oh yeah.
Did you know that The Fifth Element is French?
Yeah.
I only just found that out recently. I'm like, oh, that's why it's so weird. That's great. I mean, it's a
That's
great
why it
movie, obviously.
sucks ass.
It just flows through so many different genres, and it's like, what the hell is this movie if you're really looking at it from a genre perspective? But it's
Did you
always
know
fun.
that Choo Choo Malave is in the movie Dog Day Afternoon? A guy named Choo Choo Malave is in this film. That's not
Yeah.
It's just some white guy too. So he doesn't
Yeah.
even have an excuse to have a name that funny. Oh, goddamn. Yeah,
I was looking at wait. I was looking at one of the people in this movie, and look at Lynette Sheldon. She's at like the bottom, and look at her picture. It's the funniest fucking thing.
Lynette Sheldon. Oh my god. Dude, put that in the thumbnail.
Are you just on the Wikipedia?
No, we're on
the
Letterboxd.
Letterboxd.
Oh.
Yeah, what was your least favorite part of this movie? I guess I'll start with Lux again.
I mean, it did get a little bit boring at times. I find like again with these older movies, like for an
Yeah,
older
there was
movie
no
to be this,
CGI action.
I know it's
You
so
Shut the
slow.
fuck up. Stop being mean to our guests.
No, it's listen. The Marvel movies are popcorn. It's not like I'm watching them because they're good cinema. It's because I'm like playing a video game and I need something in the background.
True.
Although I will say, Captain America: The First Avenger is a pretty good movie, just kind of standing on its own.
Like the first one.
Yeah, like
Like
the one where he
from-
becomes Captain America.
The
Not
one
like
the one where he has like a really like big head on a shrunken body.
yeah.
That one.
That
Good,
movie's
that's
so
good.
funny.
that movie's not that good. I'm gonna be real. I'm sorry.
I think for a Marvel movie, I'm not comparing it to fucking like the great cinema. I'm not
The one
comparing it to
where-
the Princess
one where
Bride.
he-
No, I'm
really-
saying like out of the first like phase of Marvel, Iron Man 1 and
Iron
Iron
Man.
Man 2 are better.
Yeah, you
Fucking Iron Man 2, I will fight you over this. Iron Man 2 is
just
such a
released
shit
it.
movie.
And
Elon Musk is in that movie.
Yeah,
Elon Musk
I know.
is in this movie, and we were good. And we're free speech warriors here, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't get it, fake anarchist.
I know.
Yeah.
Terrible. Anarchists
Real
don't
life.
believe in free speech. Just saying.
It has
shit.
Don Cheadle.
Anarchists believe in copyright law and a strong border.
It's true.
um,
Deeply held religious beliefs.
yeah, and they believe in the right of religion.
Hmm.
Shalom.
Namaste. Yeah.
What was I gonna say? You're saying your least favorite part of the movie is
Yeah, no, my actual least favorite part of the movie is when Sonny puts a fully loaded revolver in his waistband. Like right at the beginning of the movie. He takes it from like the 18-year-old kid leaves and he just like shoves the gun into his pants. And as a person who has been recently informing themselves about gun shit, I'm just like, wow, what a great way to shoot your penis off. That's a
well, I
great
mean,
New bottom
if
surgery.
it's
True.
decocked, it'll prevent him from getting decocked.
Hey. Yeah, true.
Yeah, little
Revolvers are
double-edged
just
trigger
prone
there.
to like misfiring and shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, but no, I mean it's mostly just like I don't think there was a specific like this is my least favorite thing. I just found there were a couple times where I was like, I am a little bit bored. And then it like only lasted for a few minutes and then I came back around.
Nice. How about you, Joku?
I felt like the movie dragged just a little bit within like the second to third act,
Mhm.
After around the 1 hour mark, because there's only so much you can do, and it's 2 hours long, and the limousine adds more dynamic sets and stuff, but it's very stationary, or not stationary, but um we're not really going to a lot of places within this movie.
Yeah, it's not very dynamic.
Yeah,
Um,
which is not a complaint. That's just like,
yeah, I mean, my favorite movie of all time is just one set, like
What is it?
12 Angry Men.
Oh, okay.
directed by the same director.
Yeah,
Uh,
which was my segue
Oh yeah.
as a
All right.
my comparison.
Hey Rosa,
Um,
what's your least favorite scene in this movie?
my least favorite scene
Yeah,
is
your least favorite. Yeah,
my least
yours.
favorite scene
Yours.
is
Yours.
mine.
Rosa.
Um,
Yours.
when the black guy is just like tripping balls and they're like, he has asthma. Like asthma doesn't make a motherfucker do that. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I'm
the
seeing an
1,000-yard
asthma.
stare.
I'm seeing an asthma attack. It reminded me of that part in like Footloose where they smoke weed, and you can tell that nobody who has been within 12 inches of a water pipe, um, worked on that film. I feel like no one who's ever met someone with asthma has ever worked on this film. So the asthma scene was just kind of goofy.
Water pipe. What is this? A third planet?
True. Um, but yeah, this is directed by the man behind 12 Angry Men, and you can
What other movies?
as well as Network, Serpico. Before
And
the
the Orient Express.
you just wanted an excuse to say Orient, didn't you? Yeah. And you can tell that he was building off of what he had going with 12 Angry Men in terms of limited set, try to make a try to make this movie work within pretty much for the most of it just inside the bank, outside the bank, and in the building across the street.
Mhm.
Just these three limited sets for the most of the movie. Um, and I don't think it worked. I don't think it worked that well in this movie, to be honest with you. Um, I think that you need a more character driven plot. If he had individually characterized each one of the hostages better, I think the limited sets would have worked out better in the way that they did in 12 Angry Men. But it's not the same type of movie, and I think it did suffer due to him doing what I believe to be a self-imposed limitation, but not by much. I did think it was quite entertaining, but if I had to pick my biggest criticism of the movie, it would be that.
I could see additional characterization helping to flesh it out. I would say, like, if we had gotten some characterization of the sergeant, that probably would have helped as well. But, like, I kinda enjoyed that it was on the limited set because it sort of reminded me of, like, theater, where you are working within this sort of limited capacity, and the shots are all pretty simple. Like, for some of them, there was one shot in particular that I noticed where it's toward the beginning of the movie, and Sonny is behind the counter, and he's just knocked over a chair, and then he starts walking back, and the shot is just kind of gradually like, the camera is gradually sliding toward the right. Um, and yeah, it just gave it, like, just a reminder, a feeling of being on stage, or and it kinda reminds me of, The Good Place in that way as well, where The Good Place, I can imagine basically anything in that, show happening on a stage, and you've got this really limited cast and everything, but
Mhm.
also The Good Place has a lot of characterization. Like, every single character, you even the later on, some of the side characters who end up having a greater role, you've got, like, more characterization for them, not spoiling anything in The Good Place. In this, it's just like, "Oh, these ditzy women, they're
These ditzy broads.
yeah, they're watching TV, they're smoking cigarettes, they're talking to their husbands about cooking dinner or whatever." Like, there's just not much substance to them, they're just like objects in the room.
Yeah. I could agree if we're gonna go for a feminist critique of this film that the way a lot of the women are written could be seen as demeaning. Um, but when it comes to Sidney Lumet, like the theater comparison is spot on because if I remember correctly, that is his background. His biggest film, 12 Angry Men, is an adaptation of a stage play.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very sweaty movie, I must say.
Very
What?
sweaty movie. I found it to be a little bit erotic.
Yeah.
It was sweaty to the point of being erotic. Like,
Do you interpret that as having been, like, the police did something to sabotage the AC, or was that just, like, a thing that
Yeah.
happened to occur?
well, because
Also, like, tense situations.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just
They're very
increases.
stressed out. You can notice that the police don't have sweat on them in the car scene, while everyone else who was in the bank is just sweaty.
Mhm.
yeah, I'm assuming the police did cut power to the building because they're like drilling with it. They're fucking with the building.
There were still lights on, because that was my initial thought too, but there were still lights on in the building for a while, but I do think it's possible that the drilling in the back of the building was, like, specifically cutting off the AC.
Yeah. I mean, um, in the FBI interrogation handbook, which I have read, they do cite like uncomfortable temperatures as being useful in negotiation and interrogation
Mhm.
Yo, Rosa.
situations. Yeah.
Look at my socks.
Yo, you got long minion, medium minion, and short rotund.
This
but
is robust minion.
That's robust minion.
Yeah.
Yeah. True. That's awesome, Joku.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
I just looked down and I was like, oh, Rosa would like the minion socks.
Yeah. I like a type of socks. I'm kidding.
You're not kidding. You're freaky like that.
I'm freaky.
You
Who's
like
the
to
one with
get
the
in between
freaky tattoo?
toes.
Who's the one with
Me.
the freaky tattoo? It's not me.
That's me. Freaky.
Freaky.
Hey.
You do
Um,
like to stick your tongue between them little toes.
Oh, funny story behind the freaky tattoo. Joku called me. She was like, "I'm getting a tattoo. What should I get?" And I say, without thinking about it, I didn't even need to think. I said, "Get a Coney 2012 tattoo." And she's like, "No." And she just got a freaky tattoo instead. Instead of a Coney 2012 tattoo. I'll
Here,
get.
I'll
You
get
all
a
get
co-
matching Coney.
Yeah, I was
2012?
just about to say that.
Do you want to make that like a Patreon goal? If we reach
Sure.
a certain amount of dollars a month on Patreon, we have to get matching Coney 2012 tattoos.
Yeah.
Does it have to be visible, or can you get it on your ass? Or
I'm not getting Coney
I'm not getting
2012 on.
Coney on my ass.
Where would
Listen,
would
it's
you
something
put
to aim
yours?
for.
Wait, where would you put yours, Rosa?
I'd put him in my armpit. It would say Coney 2012, bring him back.
it would hurt so much.
No. And on the other side, it's like it's just his mouth like open, and you can like close it.
No, I was gonna say other side is hand goes here. Hashtag armpit farts for life.
Mhm.
Oh no, you get Coney's face on your stomach. And then you-
And I put on a bunch of weight so I can make him talk.
yeah. I would get my Coney 2012 tattoo like on my shin or leg.
Yeah, I would get it on my upper thigh.
I wouldn't do upper thigh. I would just.
I don't know. I want to put like the least erotic, but maybe the bottom of my
A
foot.
thigh tattoo is a very sexy tattoo, I have to
Yeah,
say.
that's the thing. I don't.
Yeah, but like it's Coney 2012.
my
Like
entire body is so erotic that it's hard to find a non-erotic place to put Coney.
put it on your foot unless you're trying to be
Oh,
a
the
foot
bottom
model.
of my foot. Yeah, bottom of my foot.
The
That'd
thing
be a
is
good
that
one.
would fade.
It would.
You
Yeah,
know what you could do? You could do.
Coney
You
got
know what
that
you
fade,
could
huh?
do? Coney 2012.
Just on the knuckles.
Yeah. There's your
Except-
knuckle tat.
Except I'm getting my Job Iden knuckle tattoos, so that doesn't even work.
Job.
Yeah, it took you a little bit.
Well, it's just like,
Well, you could do what people do. You can get knuckles tattoos there and then there.
oh, that's
Don't you
real.
have a straight edge buddy that has root beer?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Delicious.
It's good for the whole family.
I'm more partial to cream soda, but root beer is pretty good too.
I'm more of a creamsicle girl. I'm actually more of a black cherry girl.
I like Polo seltzer water.
We're not talking about
Polo
fucking seltzer water.
water.
Wait, what kind you got? I got the orange.
I got my cranberry lime because I ran out of plain Polo seltzer water.
Oh, you're gonna shoot yourself.
I am after this episode. This is the final episode.
Well,
Hash-
thank you for inviting me.
Do you wanna rate it and then get into the interview?
No, I want to talk about the movie some more.
Okay, what do you
You
want
got more to say about the movie?
I liked it. It was
You
yummy.
liked it?
It was like a yummy little treat.
You're on your Teresa reviews type shit. I don't
This
think we-
this was like a great popsicle.
Yeah, I don't think we've talked about on the pod, but on stream I've been enjoying watching an old woman named Teresa.
When are we getting her on the
reviews-
podcast?
Who reviews vapes?
Could we get like a? Could we get her on the podcast and do like a vape tier list with her?
Dude, that would be so lit. Cause the way that she smokes is insane. She chiefs that shit like it's a blunt, and she says that she'll go through a full like geek bar in a day, which is like, god damn. I've never vaped before, but that sounds impressive. Cause
A pulse, like if you're on pulse mode, then like
you
it goes,
know that she's on that pulse mode, bro.
it goes pretty fast. But also you have to. The vape is gonna die before she finishes it, so she has to recharge it probably at least twice a day.
I'm assuming that she just depletes the battery then.
She just hasn't figured out how to charge it.
Yeah, she just throws it out.
She's like, "Oh, my vape, it's done."
Okay, I do. Imagine explaining to your 60-year-old like grandparent how to plug their cigarette in to charge it.
Okay.
Like that.
Mhm.
This is the power, and this is the juice inside. And then this is a spaceship.
Fuck vapes.
Gotta plug in my cigarette and my book now.
True. Dude, I don't get motherfuckers that read ebooks. It's like, how do you get any of that information in your little brain if you're not annotating?
Oh, I raw dog. I
Shut
don't
up,
annotate.
tall minion.
You
I
don't.
I'm
just-
reading The Conquest of Bread and I'm not annotating.
Motherfucker, that's a useless book. He's like, we need to build agrarian communes on 1800s logic.
I just wanted to see what it was about. It's the first time
Okay,
I've read
I've read-
anarchist literature.
I've
What
read it
if
too.
you wait?
Except
What
if
did
you
it,
want to read,
Rosa?
if you want to read anarchist literature, I'd start with like the
Say it.
like
Say it.
communalism.
Say
Communalist.
Max Stirner. You
I'm
know
not
you
gonna
want
say
to.
Max. I fucking hate Of the Ego on its own. That book's shit. I've read it. I'm like, goddamn, Engels, you're a dumb motherfucker if you were convinced by this.
Anyway.
Kropkin has some good essays.
Anyway, I like
letter to
reading.
Lenin
I
is really
like
good.
reading books because I like the feel of books.
Me too.
Mhm. I like turning the pages. That's my favorite
Yeah,
part.
turning the page. I finished that page and I'm like, I did it! Yay!
Yay!
Fuck! I'm 7 pages away from the next chapter.
Dopamine.
So true.
Oh, I finished the page. Oh, let's go. It's just a dialogue page. I don't need to read a full page of paragraphs.
Imagine reading fiction. Couldn't be me.
I like stories.
I like feeling suicidal. Play a basher type song.
Play the Basher Freakout.
Play the basher song.
Do you know Basherverse Freakout? Do you
I don't
remember
know.
that?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm gonna. Do you want to react to that real quick?
No.
That's really fucking funny.
No.
How about after? How about
We're
after
in the
that?
middle of a fucking episode. You're
Okay,
like,
how
"Do you wanna
about
watch Basher? No.
You wanna watch? You wanna watch Basherverse freak out and scream?
Anyway, back on topic. Did you want to rate this movie?
I don't want to rank this movie.
You don't want to rate this movie.
No.
Are you on strike?
Yeah, I'm on strike.
For what?
For 9/11, obviously.
Yeah.
You want another 9/11?
Yes.
You want a third play? There was a third.
Rosa, what would you give this movie out of 15?
I'm thinking a 13 out of 15.
Oh.
I would agree with that.
You're at a 10. Stay in your league.
Yeah, stay in your fucking lane.
I was gonna say 8 out of 10, but then I realized it was a scale out of 15, and I was like, 13
Shut
out of
up,
15 is
cracker.
approximately the same.
We're the 15, you're the 10!
You're
Well,
the 10.
fine.
We get all the points to ourselves, cracker. We don't want your white ass taking off all the points and overthrowing us.
It's true. I'm such a white goy.
You enough to make it a Jew thing.
Anyway, I would give it 12.5 out of
That puts it at a crisp
25.5.
25.5
25.5.
out of 30. And on our film ranking, that ties it with Challengers and Mad Max Fury Road.
Get the fuck out of here, challengers!
I think that this goes above Mad Max, below Challengers.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah. Making it the 9th best movie we have seen on this podcast, objectively.
Out of how many?
Out of, let me do some quick.
Well, you
addition.
haven't even added the 4 ones that'll be.
Yeah, no, except I can add out of 42 movies.
I don't think you can do a addition.
I can do 37 plus 5.
Okay, then how about 38 plus 9?
47.
Okay, how about 9 plus 10?
21.
Oh shit, you're a mathematician.
What's 9 plus 10? All right.
Big twerking girls.
What the fuck is wrong? Now, Luxander, what would you give this movie out of 10?
Yeah, I think I'm comfortable giving it an 8. Like, for what it was at the time, like, I think it was well done, given the, like, self-imposed limitations. And it has a little bit of a pacing issue, so it's not like a perfect 10, but
Yeah.
overall pretty good.
Do you think a CGI fight, CGI shootout would benefit this?
I mean, it always every movie would benefit from a CGI
Now, would you say
action
this
scene.
is better or worse than Captain America: The First Avenger?
I mean,
Would you say this is better than any other Marvel movie?
it's
Or
definitely
TV
better. It's better than a lot of Marvel movies.
Okay, what Marvel movie or TV show is better than this?
Is better than this.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what is? I honestly, genuinely, I think that Captain America: The First Avenger is my favorite Marvel movie.
You're like, there's too many to name.
There are too many to name.
Let me
Doctor
just start
Strange
off.
2 was pretty fucking good. Okay.
Lux is on a Kino diet.
Yeah, you
okay?
love the CGI in that one. It looks great.
It was actually
Especially
the music notes weapons battle thing, corny as fuck. I hated that, but everything else was amazing.
I like how
I have better
the
Sam Raimi
super- the
movies
super-
towards you.
the super evil Nazis. I like how they make the really evil Nazis just like an Old Navy commercial with all the different races they've got going on there. That's
Mhm.
really funny. I like the idea that the really bad Nazis are a bunch of black dudes.
True.
It says a
Think
lot
of that.
about our society when you really
Makes you
think
think.
about it. It really makes you think.
Look at this awesome Pokemon.
Yeah, nice Pokemon temporary tattoo.
Yeah.
Anyway, Lux, welcome to the interview Seth Rogen section.
Hello.
Dave Franco.
Dave Franco.
Dave Franco. And the one Asian guy that gets typecast.
There are tons of Asian people in the interview.
No, the Kim Jong-un one.
Well, okay, yeah. There's a lot of Asian people in North Korea, so it makes sense that there would be.
That
I'm
Asian-
saying the actor gets typecast.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Sorry,
Anyway.
I wasn't very clear.
When did you get into content creation?
I got into content creation in like the classic trans mask way, where you start hormones and then you start a video blog about that. So it was like 9 years ago, 10 maybe. And I mean, I had posted like a couple of random videos at that time, because I was like a contributing blogger. I guess technically that's where I started with content creation, was being a contributing blogger to Teen Skeptic and some of my
You were a
work being...
skeptic?
Yeah, no, it's like my highest value actually.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's kind of where like all of my beliefs follow from, is being like, actually, I do give a shit about what the evidence says, it turns out. Yeah, so I was like a writer, but making videos is so much easier because I can just think about my thoughts for a long time and then spew them out of my mouth, and it's great. So yeah, it kind of started like here and there. I would make a one-off video about some issue, I don't know, related to like ableism or whatever. And a lot of that is private now. So good luck. You can't find it. Me pre-transition, like I think most of the videos of me pre-transition are not up anymore. And then, yeah, it kind of just gradually evolved to like, okay, occasionally I'll do more political content. Obviously, the 2016 election, I was talking about Trump and stuff occasionally.
Were you with her?
No, well, I mean, to the extent that it's a fucking hostage situation where you're required to be with her or you're gonna get a fascist. But I actually am pretty sure that my provisional ballot wasn't counted that year because Kansas changed the voter registration requirements and didn't tell anybody. So like we voted, but we voted on a provisional ballot, and then there wasn't any follow-up with us about like, you need to actually double check that your voter registration is confirmed. So sneaky. And then
I'm
actually,
still with her. I'm writing.
You're
in
still with
Hillary
her?
Clinton. Yeah, I'm writing in Hillary Clinton.
nice.
Stop the real steal, dude.
All right.
Stop
OG
the
real steal.
My question.
Ah.
Are you a Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, or PewDiePie fan? You can only
Markiplier.
pick one.
Markiplier.
Oh, wow.
There's not even a question.
Okay, rank them then.
Rank them?
Yeah.
So Mark is top, and then Jacksepticeye, and then PewDiePie is in the depths of hell. The reason why I stopped watching
because
Jacksepticeye,
he's
and I
Sweden.
did... Well,
Because
wait,
you hate
yeah,
Aryan people.
it's because he's a Swede and because I am a hipster. Or is that the word? The ones who are like, I like that before it
Millennial.
was cool.
I think the word you're looking for is millennial.
I'm too old for PewDiePie. That's true. That's definitely the
You
case.
don't
I'm
get it.
30.
You don't get it. The way
Yeah.
Do you wake up and you're like, avocado toast time?
I
Gotta
tried it
watch
once
it.
and it sucked
Gotta
ass.
watch my Good Mythical Morning in avocado toast.
It's true. I do watch a lot of Good Mythical Morning. I actually
Same
just started
here.
making kombucha this week, though. So like, that's
Yeah.
like the kind of person that I'm becoming.
I'm
It's
a big
over.
GMM enjoyer.
It's popcorn. You can just
Yeah.
sit there and consume videos over
I
and
watched
over again.
today's episode. I bet you don't even watch Good Mythical More.
I don't a lot of the
Yeah,
time unless
that's
I
what I
need something
thought.
in the background, and then it's just like, oh, Good Mythical More over and over and over again.
Yeah,
I'm
I
a
watch.
big time Republican.
I'm a big time Rush Republican.
Did you watch Big Time Rush, or is that too new for you?
I don't even know what it is.
You don't,
Did you watch
fuck.
Victorious?
No.
Did
You
you watch
watch
iCarly?
So I didn't have cable.
Oh.
Growing up,
You are
I was
from
poor.
Kansas.
I'm from Kansas, and my mom was a single parent in college the entire time I was growing up, so we did not actually have cable.
Yeah, you couldn't watch that
I
Big
ain't, I
Time
ain't
Rush.
I ain't get cable until I was like 10. PBS Kids, my goat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, shout out PBS Kids.
I
it was-
read books. That's what I
yeah,
did to
and
keep
I read
entertained.
books. I read
Wow, look
books.
at these fucking intellectuals. I rotted my brain with the TV.
Yeah, that's
Hmm.
why you're.
I
an
watch
anarchist.
SpongeBob. Well, what do you explain about the other one?
I don't believe it. They don't read books. They're lying.
Oh,
Evil.
No.
Evil liar.
lying is morally wrong,
Lying is morally wrong. If I
and you
believe
should
in
be hung at
morals.
the gallows for it.
True.
True. Why is Ronnie Radke on my screen right now? Why did I Google Ronnie Radke?
You got to
that was
answer that
your
yourself,
next-
Rosa.
That was
That
your
was-
next
That was
question.
my next question. Smash or pass on Ronnie Radke? The idea, not the man. The idea.
Pass.
Pass. Okay. Joku, what's your next question?
Would you say your favorite anime is Sugoi, or would you say it's Kenichi Lame?
I'm non-binary. You're making me choose between two animes.
Yeah. Wait. What's your favorite anime?
I mean,
I'm
a big
asking, is
fan-
your favorite anime Sugoi or Kenichi Lame?
No. My favorite
Like-
anime, I think, is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Kenichi Lame. Sorry.
Yeah,
Not sorry.
okay. Every anime falls into one of these two categories.
Yeah. There's no in between.
Gotcha. Someone in my Discord server just started watching One Piece, and we're all like, "Good luck." It's like 2,000 episodes.
Kenichi fucking epic.
Dude, imagine what. Dude, I started reading One Piece.
Yeah, because you don't. You just love reading.
That
You're-
shit is like when I decided to read the Torah. It's like
The Bible. It's awesome, poggers.
it's like so dense. I feel like the watching the show is like trying to read all of the Talmud if One Piece is the Torah.
Mm-hmm.
Just like 20 times longer saying the same shit essentially.
Friendship is awesome.
Yeah.
True
Maybe
fact.
the-
Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Everything is blocksome. Think noodles.
Think noodles.
Would you say you're a part of that think tank?
Do you know what think noodles is?
No,
No. Oh fuck.
I'm so old and out of touch.
Do you know what?
I just go to the
Scooby-
Renaissance Festival.
Do you know what?
Renaissance
Scooby is?
festivals are good. Do you bring your
It is.
chair? Do you like strap it to your back? I have a dragon chair.
Oh,
Hey,
that would be
Mac
cool.
Wing.
I think I did wear the wings at one point
You
for
should
like.
get like a dragon
one weekend.
wheelchair.
Do you have any idea how difficult it is to navigate a Ren Fair when you have 2 feet, much less in a fucking wheelchair?
Skill
But they-
issue.
But think, it has wings. Just fly.
That's true. There's a skill issue on my part.
I'm imagining Stephen Hawking's Renaissance Fair cosplay. It
Mhm.
would just be him on the floor.
It would be
It would just be him on the floor, like,
covered in warts.
Yeah.
True. He could be a leper.
Poor.
Yeah. Yep.
Basically, I'm a nerd.
Yeah.
Who doesn't spend time online.
How was the Renaissance Fair?
It's awesome. The one that's local to me is going currently. And I go every weekend, which is why I'm only streaming on Wednesdays right now. So yeah.
All right.
I mean, it's pretty great.
Do you have HBO or Max?
I do currently. Yes, I got it for House of the Dragon.
I have a recommendation for you. It's a documentary by
I don't want to watch it. They filmed it partially at my Renaissance Festival, and I was so big mad the whole fucking time they had all these cameras there. I was so mad.
Lance Oppenheim, the Ren Fair one.
Yeah, I don't.
Is it the Texas one? Are you at the Texas?
No. Okay, so I guess there were like 2 or 3 documentaries that all were being filmed like within the span of like a year or two. Because yeah, I guess the Texas Ren Fair one is all about like the owner and how skeevy he is.
Well, he's like old, and it's like trying to like have like a whole little thing, where his disciples are trying to fight for his position.
Fun.
But I really like Lance Oppenheim. I think he's an amazing director, and he makes some of my favorite documentaries of recent.
I'll have to check it out, because I thought you were going to bring up the one called Rennie, which is stupid.
It's Ren Fair. It's 3 episodes. They're all like an hour, so it's like 3 hours.
Cool.
So it's not too much of an investment.
Yeah, just like listen to it on a Saturday or something.
Yeah, and it's interesting.
I mean, Ren Fairs are really cool places. And actually, interestingly, it was the first Renaissance Fair was called the Renaissance Pleasure Fair, and it was started by a communist teacher who was blacklisted from her teaching job because of her allegedly communist beliefs during the Red Scare in the 50s. And the people who worked there were like a bunch of actors who also were unable to find work because of their allegedly communist beliefs. And so, yeah, Renaissance festivals are like fundamentally like queer leftist spaces. So it's really funny to me when there's been times where I've encountered like homophobia at the Ren Fair.
Yeah.
I'm like, girl, you need to go home.
Well, because there's always going to be with any sort of event rooted in nostalgia or an appeal to any sort of tradition, there's always going to be fascists, you know?
True.
They're just playing the part.
They're playing the part of a
they're doing
person.
acting. They're doing acting.
It's called method acting.
Yeah.
Yeah, method.
Just realize that when you're like taped up to a cross getting burned.
Yeah.
True.
Now streaming, this that full-time thing, that your full-time gig?
Yeah, so actually,
yeah.
I went to college to become an electrician, and then I worked doing that for a while, and then I realized that my health could not support that as a career. And at the time, we were still, I mean, it was like the first 2 years of COVID. We're still in COVID, and so I was like, okay, how am I going to navigate getting a new job if I can't do this? Am I going to go work at a bank? Like, do I need to be around people? And it was suggested to me that I could basically just start treating YouTube like it's my full-time thing. And then hopefully it would come kind of flow from there. And at the time I had around 30,000 subs from like ContraPoints shouting me out one time. So it was kind of like I had just enough of a built-in audience from having made content that's like a non-binary perspective on people saying that ContraPoints, the aesthetic, is transphobic to non-binary people.
Contra's with her, by the way. Just
I know.
She's
I don't
that shit in.
I don't fuck with ContraPoints anymore.
I think that her I don't know. I think that her like very weird public spiral.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's been very odd. That's the only way I can describe it. The fact that she just like reserved like a segment in unrelated video to just shit on Vosh will never not be funny to me.
Yeah, it's pretty cringe.
That shit's so fucking wacky to me. But at least she's with her, you know.
And also, she shit talks Abigail Thorne for like
Why?
stealing her career. Well, because I think they dated before Abigail came out as
Oh
trans.
my god, I saw that fucking 4chan schizo post about them being in a secret relationship.
I think they did date a little bit, and then
Yeah.
that was part of how Abigail realized that she was trans, and then she transitioned and started bringing her acting into the philosophy tube stuff, and now is like actually successful, and I think that, and like beautiful and stuff. So I think that there's like a lot of active resentment, and like actually Natalie tweeted like sometime last year or maybe earlier this year about like that feel when your ex like steals your career basically. So yeah, I just find it really cringe. And now she
Her-
basically just does Patreon, which, you know, more power to you.
Get that bag up, get that Hillary Clinton money.
Mm-hmm.
I liked that the Envy video was really funny. I think that video is hilarious.
She's got some classics that have some
I
poignant
was
commentary.
saying that shit. I was saying that shit sucks ass. I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
I have one more question.
Uh-huh.
Would you shoot a horse jockey for 100K?
Probably not.
But he's tiny. He's a little guy. He's a
He's
horse jockey.
Would you shoot any midget for 100,000?
No, not any. Just a horse jockey.
Okay.
I mean,
How about
If-
200K?
if he's holding someone hostage, then yeah.
No,
No.
he's riding a
He's
horse.
just riding a horse. Okay.
Yeah, he's training.
And he has a wife and a family.
Yeah, and you're not killing the horse, you're just killing him. 200K.
See, I originally thought that you were going to ask if I would shoot a horse, and I was like much more prepared to say yes to that.
Oh, so you can if
We
you
wouldn't
killed a
promote animal cruelty.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean you
true.
can do that, but
You sicko.
you just need to kill the horse jockey. 200K, would you do it?
No.
300K,
No.
400K,
I can't buy my way out of prison, okay?
500K.
I mean,
You don't go to prison
let's
either.
have a conversation. At 500K, let's have a conversation.
600K,
We're getting warmer.
700K.
Listen, I need to be able to spend this money, and I can't spend it if I'm in jail.
You're not going
100K.
to prison. You're
Wait,
not
wait,
going
wait,
to
wait,
prison.
Rosa, this is my question.
Okay.
Sorry,
Sorry.
I'm being tall minion. 800K.
Definitely closer. Is this taxable income?
900K. Take it or leave it.
Take it or
Final
leave it.
offer.
I require $100 million.
You're not getting that.
Okay,
not
well,
getting
then
that.
no,
We
I'm not going to
only-
shoot the horse jockey.
You wouldn't kill the horse jockey for $1 million. That's how much we allocate.
No,
We-
Not a
want
million,
this-
900K.
We want this fucker
900K.
dead. I'll chip in another 100K. I want that. This slick fucker rides into town. He's like, "Oh, hello there. I'm a horse
I'm
jockey.
short and I can ride horses.
I'm short and I'm proud." It's like he's so much taller now. He's on that fucking horse. It's like, get down here, you midget fuck. I want to beat the shit
Yeah.
out of you. And I
I think
I'm
you're
not-
better than me.
Yeah, you think you're better than me, fucker?
I think if I get the horse out of the deal on top of the 900K, then yeah.
Yeah,
we-
you just
yeah,
just need to kill the little man. That's all you need to do. No, the horse. You can take the horse. You can do whatever
Okay.
you want with the horse.
I can steal the horse on top of
Yeah.
everything. Okay, then maybe.
Yeah, you can do like a Grand Theft Auto, and you can like you can pick him up and throw him off the horse, and then steal his horse and run him over with it.
Okay, that sounds like a plan.
His
Okay.
name. His
Also,
name
the
is,
jockey's name is Jerry.
I don't need to know that.
Yeah, he
I
has
can
a
give you
wife.
His address. He
His-
has a
his
wife
wi-
named
his wife's-
Melinda.
No, his wife's name is Stephanie,
I'll split the
Uh,
money with her.
and they have a child named Francesca,
They have a child named the Rizzler.
and she's in first
Rizzler.
grade. The Rizzler, and he's in first grade.
The jockey's
Oh, well,
name
she's
is
old enough to
AJ,
remember.
and he has 2 children named Big Justice and the Rizzler.
Rizzler is not even their kid. They're not
I
even
know.
related.
I know. I'm sorry for
What
getting
the fuck is
lore.
the cousin's name? Cousin Vinny or some shit?
Yeah, cousin Vinny.
Good movie.
Good
Mm-hmm.
movie.
Yeah?
Man,
Is that it?
trying
we
to
have
think.
do we
Yeah.
have anything else?
One last question. Where can people find you?
Oh yeah.
What's
So
your
I
address?
stream. What's my address? Yeah.
Do you live in a hole?
I mean, don't we all? Do you not live in a hole?
I
live
live
in
in
a
that
real hole.
pussy, if you know what I mean.
All day, every day. Yeah.
Hashtag stay winning.
It's every
Stay
day,
winning.
bro.
Jealous. I'm married to a cishet man, so you know.
Damn, you can't. Well, you can get that like salty pussy.
That's true.
Yeah.
Dude, you gotta salt your pussy before you dig in
It
there.
enhances the flavor.
Yeah.
Salt enhances the flavor of anything. It's true.
Anyway, where can people find you?
Anyway, yeah. So I stream on YouTube. They wouldn't just have me at Luxander for some reason, so I'm at Luxander Real, all one word. And technically, I'm on Twitter, but fuck that website. So mostly just find me on YouTube and Blue Sky and join my Discord, I guess, if you want to.
Can you invite me to Discord and give me a famous celebrity role?
Yeah, I think
Thank you.
the role is esteemed guest.
And now can you say hashtag composting wins?
Hashtag composting wins. Subscribe to composting.
Can you say Dan Schneider did nothing wrong?
Well, Dan
Did you
Schneider
say
did
I
nothing
killed
wrong.
that horse jockey?
Can you say Dan Schneider?
I did kill the horse jockey, it's true.
That is true. Can you say Dan Schneider did nothing wrong? Our guest, Dan Schneider, who's on the podcast.
I did, yeah, Dan Schneider. Our guest, including me, did nothing wrong.
Editor, you know what to do. Thank you for watching Composting.
It was a good time. Thanks for having me.
I'm an addicted vape addict! And
I'm Joe Camel.
we're composting!
I told you not to yell in the outro.
Oh, sorry. Here, you want to redo it?
Yeah, let's redo it.
I'm a Game Boy cartridge ready to be blown. And
I'm Shigeru Miyamoto's little suck slut.
And we're
Composting. Da 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 da. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for coming here with us.
Hmm?
I forgot to say thanks for coming on this journey with us, by the way.
Oh, this was
Oopsie.
going at the end.
It's whatever.
Yeah, whatever.